All right, welcome to the Jason Gray Show. All right, let's talk today about Michael Burry's text message where he said that we are still actually not quite all the way there in regards to where the stock market needs to go. He's actually asking for maybe a 50% correction on the stock market, which seems like quite a bit. But if you do or do not know who Michael Burry is, he is like one of the key players in that movie, The Big Short. He's the one that called the financial collapse for the real estate industry in 2008. He had some big hedges against the real estate market back then. So he's been vetted. He's very good at his job, and he knows what he's doing. Of course, this is not financial advice, so don't take any of that with what we're doing here. But let's talk about a couple things he talked about. He clearly says that we are already in a recession, and which I too believe that we are in a recession. He says the commodity prices have dropped quite a bit, and I agree with him. Commodity prices have dropped quite a bit, and I think they're going to drop even more due to China dealing with the COVID issues right now and what was going on in the past. I think that's a really clear indicator as well. He is saying by the second quarter or maybe the third quarter, the CPI report is going to roll into a negative report. And then the Federal Reserve has nothing to do other than drop rates right away. So what does that mean for us? That means that the U.S. Treasury yields are going to go down. That means mortgage rates are going to go down. That means possibly the stock market will go down. One thing that Jerome Powell has made comments on through almost every one of his meetings is he's worried about wage price inflation. Now that could create an interesting dynamic if the recession hits heavy, plus you still have wage price inflations, the Federal Reserve might be stuck. So what Bill's saying is they're going to have to do nothing other than pivot, lower interest rates, stimulate the economy again, and when they stimulate the economy again, it's going to create inflation again. He said this is maybe a cycle that we're going to go into that we've never seen before. And so if you take a look at stimulus and how this affects things, I don't know if you are aware of this, but California a couple months ago had sent out stimulus checks to California citizens. And when that happened, got to understand, California represents 11% of the U.S. economy. And when that happened, numbers went up right away. So if the U.S. government throws money at us, what's going to happen? Those numbers will go up right away. So doing so, this could be unprecedented. The worst thing that can happen to the Federal Reserve, which I'm sort of prefacing what Michael Burry is saying here, is if they lose control and they lose their credibility, that's where problems will exist and create and happen. He's not saying exactly that's what's going to happen, but that's one of his worries. So what do you think? What do you think Michael Burry is? What do you think his opinions are? What do you think is going to happen to the stock market? Why don't you give me your insight? Why don't you comment below, like and subscribe? I appreciate your time. Take care. Bye-bye.